I know in this test I've already said multiple times how to solve unit conversion questions in case they get really hard, but they don't seem to be getting really hard. This is really simple. Most of you are just going to multiply 34 yards by 3 feet. Grab your calculator, use Desmos. 34 times 3 is 102. That is the answer. That's it. The only thing that could happen, right, is if we divided 34 by 3, if you got 11.3 or something like that here, then that would be the trap. If you do want to make sure you definitely don't mess with it, you could use the system I've been saying, which is kind of building a chart where we just start by doing whatever conversion they give us. So 1 yard is 3 feet. We do 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And then our goal is to have the same unit on both the left and the right so we can cross them out. So I would definitely put 34 yards over here so we can cross them out. And then how many feet is basically X feet, right? So we can do that here as well. And that lets us cross out feet. And that's good. That's exactly what we want. And now you multiply down the list, right? So 1 times x is x. Make an equation. 3 times 34 we said was 102. And that's it. You're done. You can also, since this is only one unit conversion, you can also just set up a ratio. But when you do, I strongly suggest you do the same thing I did with the chart. Write your units down so you don't accidentally put the fractions in the wrong places. So we could say, okay, if, let's do it this way. 1 yard is 3 feet. Then 34 yards is how many feet? Now notice what I did. I put the x on the bottom. That actually makes these fractions sometimes a little bit harder, and I did it kind of on purpose. You could put it on the top. That's okay too. You just need to flip both sides. But if we put it on the bottom, it's just a reminder that the real way to solve these is to cross multiply. The only time we multiply diagonally with fractions is when they're equal to each other, just like this. So 1 times x is x. 3 times 34 we said is 102, and that again gets us the right answer. So lots of ways to handle this. I'm always in favor of the chart method because I do know how the SAT makes these questions harder, where you have multiple conversions and it can just get messy with all the information. So for me, that helps me stay organized when it gets hard. But as we've seen in this test, a lot of these are not that hard. So do whatever works to just get it right quickly. But if you want to keep practicing this strategy for when it really counts, yeah, there you go. I've got another video, another lesson on unit conversion on my channel, so you can also watch that to see how this works in more detail.